Hi Aquarius, thank you so much for joining me. This is going to be Aquarius general reading for the first 2 weeks of May. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. I hope you guys are doing well. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. My name's Jackie. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you guys are doing okay. A lot of wonky energies going on right now, and also just to give you guys a heads up, I am going to be doing that you're not in communication, what is your partner thinking of you spread after I get out these first 2 weeks of May reads. Okay, just to give you guys a heads up on that. Okay, I'm going to be doing a horseshoe spread for you guys today. Okay, so wands. Okay, so you guys were in a place of really wanting a new start with somebody. Alright, I'm going to throw some qualifiers down for those 10 of Swords. Okay. Alright, just taking in the energy here, seeing what's up. And I'm going to pull a Wisdom of the Oracle for your crowning energy. Okay, and we have the card Breathe. It's a beautiful card. Okay. Alright, so let's get right into it. You guys believe we're in May already? This is nuts. Okay, Aquarius, what's up? Let's see. Well, let's start with this crowning energy. Okay, breathe. So this energy is asking you to be patient right now and trust. But this energy also does indicate that some of you may have been in a place of slowing down, perhaps due to some sort of depression or a lack of motivation. And this is telling you to kind of like wake up, you know, and do something to shake it off and do something to make yourself feel better. Go outside and get some air, you know, especially now that we're in Taurus season. This is such great medicine right now, is to just be out in nature. You know, we don't do that enough anymore, right? We really don't. Most of us are either in work, in our car, or behind the computer, or laying around, you know. And when we exercise, a lot of us work out indoors, either in a gym or at home. You know, just a lot of us don't take that time, you know, where we actually just go for a walk. I'm not even talking about a run, just a walk outside. I'm just getting that this would do you so much good right now. I am getting, for those of you who are dealing with a relationship, try not to be in too much of a hurry right now, because I'm getting the heart needs some time to open. So just take a breath and let nature take its course. Yeah, like release any sort of constrictions and anxiety, because I'm getting that everything really is going to be okay. I'm getting like, you know, like your heart knows what your ego is resisting to learn right now, but patience is going to pay off for you in a big way, you know, following this period, if you could do that right now. Yeah, so it's just saying, you know, chill out. Do something to make yourself feel good. And guys, just remember, we're in Taurus season now. And Taurus season is a very earthy, grounded, practical energy. And we have such a strong Uranus energy right now. And Uranus is the grandfather. So just think about how an elderly person gets around, right? They're very deliberate. They usually don't waste their time doing things that don't matter, but they're slow, you know? So that's kind of the energy that's driving us right now. And it's so challenging to be in that space when you really want to make change and when you feel change happening. So that's a universal struggle right now. But for you, the energy is saying just chill out, take a breath, you know? All right, so starting off here, this is your past. The Ace of Wands represents your past. So This symbolizes the power of fire as well as fire signs. So some of you may have been or are involved with an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, but this is a very like hot, quick, active, impulsive, immediate energy, you know, and it, like saying like that's how you were feeling. This is telling me that you guys were in a place of very much wanting to move something forward or start something new. Start something new because it's an ace, or it could be to restart something new. I am getting that for some of you. So, you know, regarding a relationship, maybe some of you met someone new and you really wanted to get going and starting this new relationship, but you felt like there was some sort of delays going on. Or for many of you, maybe you had been broken up and you really just wanted to get back together and just try to mend things. Some of you may have been working just really, really hard in work. Working really hard to turn something into a reality. You know, some of you, this does tell me, some of you may have even started a new job in your recent past or have gotten a promotion at work. But the Ace of Wands, you know, symbolically does represent power and new beginnings, a birth of something, success, a new home, a new job, you know, just some kind of growth. There's growth. So this indicates to me that you guys were really working very hard on having some kind of growth. You were pushing something into fruition. But then we have the next energy we go into that represents the present is the Ten of Swords. So this represents the Sun in Gemini, which is ruled by the Sun. And look, Aquarius, I mean, you know, even though the Sun is a very benevolent force, always shining and making us feel warm with its beautiful light, too much sun can burn, right? Too much sun can burn. You know, and in tarot, when we say that's a revealing of a truth. So, you know, and if in its most practical form, Gemini is a talkative sign, right? So unfortunately, talk often leads to backstabbing and gossip and slander and even personal attacks sometimes. So, you know, even Gemini is a very intellectual energy, you know, and it's self-contained, you know, we can say that. It can still really do a number on our confidence and really make us doubt ourselves, this energy. I'm not talking about the sign Gemini per se. So if any of you guys are cross-watching and you're Geminis, but the energy I'm talking about, you know. But the thing is this, once the sun passes away, you know, passes by and clears away the clouds and illuminates shadows, exposing the truth, you know, in the brighter day. So this could very well be a time where, and I'm sorry to say this, but a truth might come out that might end up hurting you, you know. But for many of you, this may actually be a truth that you're realizing about yourself right now, and recognizing ways that you maybe have been sabotaging yourself, maybe ways that you've been in a relationship or habits that you got into at a job, or ways that you were with your family or your friends that actually ended up maybe either pushing people away or just not bringing you the results that you would want for situations. So this tells me though, and I like this because it does tell me that there's a sense of accountability from you here, which is really beautiful, you know? And this is a recognition of what you've been allowing to continue in your life. Not only what you've been doing, but what you've been allowing other people to do to you. But this energy does indicate like a final blow of some kind. But it's at the same time, it's the end to a type of suffering that ends in enlightenment of a situation. You know, this is the energy that yells at you like, you know, why did I not listen to my own instincts? You know? This is that very vivid illustration of being stabbed in the back that shows you being betrayed by someone who you cared about. It could be a partner, a friend, or even a colleague. But This is what happens when you ignore that inner voice, when you have hunches about something, those hunches that we get when we know something is wrong, but sometimes we ignore it because sometimes we don't want to look at it and we don't want to deal with the other side of it. So I'm getting that some of you ignored the warning signs and you didn't pay attention to your instincts. And now something is just not right and you're having to pay the price for it right now. This also does indicate to me, though, being involved with a toxic group of people or some sort of toxic environment or friendship circle, or it could even be a job where you're surrounded by a lot of toxic people and you're really absorbing it right now, and it's not serving you. So regardless, where this situation is happening, I'm getting that you don't feel respected the way you should be. You're very mindful of that, and you're almost feeling like an outsider in this space. So if your instincts are warning you that you don't belong somewhere, Aquarius, then you need to be smart about it and get the hell out of there. And obviously if it has to do with work or if it's your family, you can't just be like, bye, I understand that, these things need to be handled very gingerly and over time. So, you guys are so good with your words. You're an air sign. You can try talking to these people about it, but if it is the kind of situation where you feel like you're not going to be able to talk about it in a productive way, then maybe it's time for you to just start pulling back from those people and maybe loving them from a distance, So for the qualifiers, just to get more information on this, the first card I pulled was the Three of Wands, which this indicates unrealistic expectations and disagreements with those around you right now. So yeah, this kind of feeds into the Ten of Swords. So this could be in work or your family or friendship circle, of course, with your partner, but there's just a lot of arguing, a lot of discord. I feel like someone really betrayed you. But then we have the Wheel of the Year. So this is Jupiter energy, Aquarius, which represents the magic of all 4 seasons. So if you look at this, if you could see this card, see all 4 seasons we have here, which is really beautiful. So the message here is to work with the energies in the cycles that are currently around you. This is an idea of working with the cycles instead of working against them. So this really calls for you to take a time out, to rest and be very introspective in order to allow new beginnings to start and to really put yourself in that mind space of growth and opportunities coming to you with energy and excitement, because I am getting that this is ultimately, the thing is, they call it the Wheel of the Year in this particular deck, but it's the Wheel of Fortune, which those of you who know tarot know that the Wheel of Fortune can go either way because we have free will. So it depends. It could be very auspicious for us or it could be very negative. It depends on what we're doing, but I have a very definitive positive feeling about this. So you guys need to expect some change. Look, life is always change, right? Of course, but this is a very clear transition of change that's going into a very positive direction. But wait a minute. I'm getting that a very specific positive event is going to happen for you during this time period. Something is going to happen to you. You're either going to be receiving word about something that's going to be very beautiful and auspicious. You're going to be hearing from someone that you've been wanting to hear from. You're going to be hearing from a job maybe that you had applied to that you really want. Some sort of auspicious news is going to be coming through, I feel, around the middle of May. I'm getting that very strongly right now. Yeah, okay. Okay, so now moving into your future, we have the Queen of Pentacles. So this is represented by the cardinal sign of Capricorn, which is a fellow earth sign to Taurus, which we're in Taurus season. So it's a 10th house energy of career and social status. I don't know, maybe you guys are finding out about a new job or social status. Maybe some of you are going to be getting proposed to. It could be a number of things. Or maybe some of you are going to be graduating from something. This is that season, but nonetheless, okay. Yeah, so this represents, I love this card, because this represents maturity through experience. You know, someone who truly enjoys nurturing others, who's really welcoming. You know, and the message in this energy is to embrace your love of beautiful things and surround yourself by beautiful things. No more toxic stuff. Just be really in tuned. Just surround yourself with beautiful physical space if you can. You know, maybe do a little spring cleaning, buy yourself some flowers. Just do something. And everyone's different in this way, right? But what speaks to you? Maybe go out and buy a couple of new candles that you just, when you smell it, it brings you such peace. Or, you know, explore different forms of music that really speak to you. Go buy yourself some new clothes. Maybe buy something new for your home. Something that brings positive energy to you, where you're going to be able to bring it from the external, tangible Taurus world, and you're going to be able to absorb it, and it's going to impact your beautiful sword mental self, right? So really doing things that make you feel really good right now, because we have this pentacle energy and it's all around us. So, you know, this is a time where things need to be made real and concrete and very practical in our lives. And I'm getting that you, Aquarius, you know, just, you're going to be handling things in a very practical way right now to move your life forward. Really. And you know, you see this dog in the card, this cute little dog. I don't know if you guys can see it. Terrible with holding the cards up to the camera. I have to practice that. Anyway, this dog. So dogs are beautiful in tarot. I love dogs because they represent our soul and our intuition. So this tells me that you really are listening to yourself. Or some of you have a really cute dog, or maybe both. But this does represent you really being in touch with your intuition. Beautiful energy for sure. All right, and then we have Seven of Pentacles as your best course of action. So I really like this for you because it's Saturn and Taurus. So this is saying that your best course of action is to be patient and to understand and expect delays. Understand that you're going to be worried about where your life is going right now. Just know this at this time, because the energy is supporting that. It's part of the process. So at the same time, it's also asking for you to sit back and take stock of everything that's gone on. You know, what have you done? What have you not done? And really assess your situation. This is a time for thinking on a very practical level. A time to evaluate your resources, right? Your finances on a very, practical level. But at the same time, it's asking you to be introspective with your status of your health, your physical health, your mental health. Have you been struggling with depression? Have you been struggling with some sort of anxiety, feeling out of control in any way? So these are things, though, that this energy supports you working through with relative ease. So I really like that. Because it's just all around bringing you into a much healthier place. So this is great. Now the energy that represents your obstacles or fears is the Four of Wands here. So this is just telling me you need some downtime right now. As you move into the space of just beautiful, beautiful energy. Like, I just love this. This is just a celebration of all kinds. We're in that season anyway, though, where we have so many celebrations going on. But those of you who are in relationships are going to be experiencing a beautiful time of communication and connection. And those of you who aren't in relationships, this absolutely supports you meeting someone new and developing something real, something solid. I mean, relationships, first of all, that are really worked on and or formed during Taurus season, you have to understand, are so grounded and so they are, if they're going to be stable, they're going to be stable in this energy. It's like the best energy to start a relationship in if you're somebody who's really looking for something long lasting and stable. So I love this for you. And for those of you who aren't in the space of relationship, this is a great energy to get involved in something new that you will really, really enjoy. You know, some sort of activity, some sort of passion, but some sort of something that's outside of you. Because this is going to have a very positive impact on all of you right now. Because all of these things involve either other people or other things that are going to be bringing you great joy. So it's this idea of a positive influence of something solid from the outside to your inside to bring you such good joy. And all of that is just really beautiful. And then we have the Four of Swords here. So yeah, I mean, this is just telling me that some of you are feeling a little overwhelmed right now by demands and stress from either a person or a situation. And you may need to just withdraw for a minute. And that's okay. I mean, this is just something that you're going to have to deal with for a minute. But I like this for you because this is going to encourage you to think through what your next steps are. And this is the thing about this card. This is Jupiter in Libra. And Jupiter is a great benefic, right? So while this represents a temporary reprieve, you know, as this Four of Swords always does, this temporary reprieve from problems and nonsense and drama and stuff right now, it does also correspond to Jupiter, which is expansion. So I feel like if you allow yourself this time to rest and think, it's just going to be bringing you such beautiful rewards on the other side of it. And then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which, you know, listen, this is your final outcome. But I feel like you're going to be getting tested in some way. But not the dramatic kind, not a negative test, but a quiet test on your own personal beliefs, your own personal motivations. This is a test of what you're really willing to do, Aquarius, to live the life that you really want. How willing are you to make the changes that you need to make? Or are you going to fall back into your old ways of doing things? Okay? This is like go time. Because as I've been saying, the energy that we have to deal with is there. The energy is there for us to use with our free will. We have also the free will to not engage, as I've been saying. So, you know, if you're going to stay home and just watch Netflix all day and not move off the couch, you know, metaphorically speaking, and you're not going to go out and engage with the energy, and you're not going to really do pragmatic moves to making your life better, if you are not happy, you need to find the courage and you need to find the motivation to at least take baby steps to start setting yourself up to move in a more positive direction. Because it really is, guys, with this, it really is very much like the butterfly effect, you know, which means the silliest little move that you make today can have such a profound effect on the overall trajectory of your life. So you need to believe this, and you need to work with the energy, and you are going to be tested right now. I am getting that. Absolutely, embracing new mindsets and new ways of being that you may be very uncomfortable with right now, but ultimately this is going to serve you. This is going to be a test of your patience. See, the challenge of this energy, though, is in fact that whatever you're engaging in requires you to be active and methodical. You know, this isn't a time to procrastinate, no putting it off until tomorrow, next week. You need to be a very active participant in this energy if you want to achieve what it is that you're looking to achieve. This energy can go for career, but it can also go for personal relationships too. Pentacles represents money on the mundane level. Most of you know that at this point. But it also does indicate the ability to be supportive, and it also indicates physical and mental health. So this is you taking really good care of yourself to be what you need to be in the situation that you want to move forward into. So if you've been struggling through depression or anxiety, this is a time to do something to get yourself some help. Figure out a way of working through this to bring you into a healthier space so that you can welcome healthier things into your life. You know, because like attracts like. Sometimes this is really just a matter of, for some of you, starting a new workout regimen, eating more healthily, learning how to meditate, reading the right books, or being with the right people. You know, just keeping the negative energy out of your life, focusing on the good. And I know this can be so challenging if you're not in a good space, but the energy is really supporting this here, Aquarius, I have to tell you. This card represents the beautiful earth sign of Virgo, which is the Hermit, which is the sign of introspection. So really take care of your mental spaces right now, because I feel like very clearly that you guys are entering, if you do this right, such a beautiful space. But there is this challenge of you keeping one foot stuck in the past, holding on to something that you know no longer serves you, whether it's a relationship, a person, a friendship. But you really need to be very honest with yourself, be very strong and patient. Yeah, and that's what I have for you, Aquarius. That's what I have for you. So I'm going to be doing the reads for no communication, but what does your partner think of you? For those of you who that would apply for, I should be getting those out by the end of the week. But if you won't be joining me for that reading, I will see you in the middle of May for the last 2 weeks. Take care, guys. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.